Hi, this is Kimberly Vivens. This is Video Blog 1 for Module 2. The technology that I chose is 3D printing. 3D printing is a manufacturing process that creates a physical object from a digital design. This technology began back in 1981 as a way of making models. It has turned into a more complex process from models to creating machines, machine parts, prosthetics, and even food. The consumer 3D printing market took off around 2009 when the desktop 3D printer became available for less than $2,000. 3D printing is the process of designing an object and making it come to physical form within a matter of hours or days, depending on the size and how intricate the design is. There are a number of social groups that drive this technology to go further. One is the medical field. This field has probably made the biggest leaps with this technology by creating realistic prosthetics, like custom-shaped hearing aids, which no longer require manual labor, and using the technology to duplicate organs and how they function. The next group is NASA. It is also driving results with 3D printing to prolong time in space. If parts to a space shuttle or a station were to wear and break, there's value in the amount of time and money saved from printing a new part as opposed to returning from orbit and paying for manual labor to fix it. NASA is also using 3D printing to recreate food, which means that even less space is taken up to store these essentials on long missions. The next group that is making the most of the technology are drone enthusiasts. They can produce unlimited spare parts without relying on external vendors. Furthermore, they can develop and customize their drone designs around their particular needs. One group that you may not have thought would be using this technology are shoe manufacturers. Adidas, who developed the first 3D printed midsole as a component to a ready-to-wear shoe. This midsole is tailored specifically to the needs of the individual and can be manufactured on demand, thus eliminating the need for shipping, factories, and excessive raw materials. The thing about this technology is that it has a tendency to isolate people from one another. If you can recreate everything in the outside world at home on your printer, how often are you going to interact with others? How often are you going to satisfy your need to be around other people if all of your needs are taken care of? One of the main conflicts of this technology is that there's so much good that comes from it, but there's always inevitably bad uses of it. The negative outcome of this technology is that it can be used to harm. There are ways to manufacture undetectable weapons like guns and knives and other dangerous paraphernalia. We have a process that's already very hard to keep people accountable for their actions and harming others. If we are now unable to identify these weapons at all, it makes for a very scary world to live in. The level of trust that we as a group have now will shrink even further if we can't feel safe around anyone we come into contact with.